everyone, it's Holly Marie King, and I am back with The Hunger Games, and we're going to be doing Pokemon Gen 1. Don't worry if you don't see the Pokemon you are looking for. On here, I am going to do a lot of different Pokemon Hunger Games. Someone asked me to do more Pokemon Hunger Games like a year ago. I apologize. I didn't think it was going to take me that long to do another Hunger Games, but I don't do YouTube. It's my full-time career. So, sorry. But it's here. I promised I would do it. I'm doing it. Like I said, if you don't find the Pokemon that you're doing, or that you like, I personally only got like one of my favorites in this one. I used a... Oh, you can't tell what it says. Well, you can see right there. It says random name picker. What is that? No, the glow. Anyway, I used a random name picker. You can't see what it says on the thing. But basically, I used that. I put 151 in it for the names. So I randomly chose 48 Pokemon. Because there's 151. 48 is the biggest you can do for the Hunger Games Simulator. So, and if the Pokemon you do love loses, don't worry, it'll probably be back with each one of the Hunger Games that I do for the generations, because I'm going to do all the generations first. I will bring in the top 10, I think. I wrote it down at some point what it's going to be. But anyway, we'll do a 48 for the final Hunger Games Pokemon Gen 1. There's going to be, I think, 3 separate ones. I don't math, so if you math and you think I'm stupid, I'm sorry. I did the calculations at a time. I wrote it down somewhere. It's in one of my multitudes of idea journals and things that I use. So, hey, it's crazy. Just like me. But anyway, yeah. And if you say in the Gen 1 when it loses, if there's one of your favorites, I'm going to be doing every single element as well. And then I'm also going to be doing gym leaders, and I might do Pokemon trainers as well. Depends on how many are. Obviously, there's a few here and there throughout the series. And then I might do more. We'll see how long it takes to do all of those first. And if you still haven't gotten your taste of Pokemon, let me know. I'll do more. Or if there's something else besides Pokemon that you would like to see, I don't mind doing suggestions. The Disney Princess ones that I did was a suggestion from a friend. So I will do them. And I guess I can post on Twitter. I have 0 followers, but hey, you want to follow me on Twitter? I will post questions of things for video ideas, and then I will do that. Every other Hunger Games is going to be Pokemon until you get to the finale, and then my Hunger Games, and then we'll go from there until I have run out of Pokemon Hunger Games. Don't worry, I can come up with more. But anyway, so now that whole huge debacle is over, I don't know, I am on like 5 hours sleep, my brain's not working, so I apologize if I sound weird. Anyway, let's get started. Like I said, I only have one favorite in this group, and I also have my favorite starter in this group, so the random name picker picked 48 names, and if you don't find the one you like, it'll be in the next one, or the next one. Maybe even the next one. I don't know if there's 3 or 4. Anyway, let's get started. In District 1, we have Gloom, Electrode, Aerodactyl, and Mankey. And for the record, I did keep the genders just whatever was randomly generated in the simulator, except for any ones that are indicated as female or male on their actual description. So if I get a Nidoran, I will put girl for Nidoran, girl, and or boy for Nidoran, boy. So here's that. In District 2, we have Horsey, Shelder, Marowak, and Machoke. In District 3, we have Tentacool, Victreebel, Raticate, and Starmie. In District 4, I feel like I said District 4 for District 3. I hope I did not. We have Pinsir, Porygon, Dragonite, and Charizard. Oh, I like Dragonite too, so there's like 3 or 4 ones that I love. In District 5, we have Magmar, Ghastly, Cubone, and Zapdos. In District 6, we have Seadra, Kadabra, Cloyster, and Sandslash. Sandslash. In District 7, we have Eevee, Meowth, Tentacruel, and Parasect. In District 8, we have Vaporeon, Charmander, Psyduck, and Poliwhirl. In District 9, we have Nidoran, Squirtle, Dodrio, Lapras, and Lapras. In District 10, we have Omastar, I think I said that right, sorry if I said it wrong, and Moltres, Hypno, and Seaking. In District 11, we have Hitmonchan, Arbok, Jigglypuff, and Krabby. In District 12, we have Spearow, Rhyhorn, Kingler, and Nidoking. Apparently, I should have come prepared with water. This one might be dusty. But it shall hydrate. Let's see who wins. And each one that wins is not going back into the thing for the Generation 1. That would be unfair. Alright, Hunger Games, the Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Arbok runs away from the cornucopia. Shellder runs away from the cornucopia. Eevee runs away from the cornucopia. Hello, can I help you, Shiva? We're gonna do food and outside here in just a little bit, okay? I promise. I promise. Yes, once this video is over. I promise. Okay? Yep. Pinsir finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Kadabra runs away from the cornucopia. Gloom runs away from the cornucopia. Poliwhirl runs away from the cornucopia. Seaking runs away from the cornucopia. Sandslash runs away from the cornucopia. There's a lot of people running from that cornucopia. Oh! Raticate scares Omastar away from the cornucopia. Omastar, you're older than Raticate by like 1,000,000 years. You can take it. Parasect runs away from the cornucopia. Psyduck runs away from the cornucopia. Cubone overpowers Aerodactyl, killing him. Wow, Cubone, you're a beast. Nidoking runs away from the cornucopia. Vaporeon runs away with a lighter and some rope. Wow, I should learn to read. That does not say runs away from the cornucopia. There's so many running away from the cornucopia. I could keep up. Mankey pushes Moltres off a cliff during a knife fight. Moltres, you can fly! How could you forget? Although Mankey's kind of brutal, so. Marowak grabs the sword. Tentacruel stays at the cornucopia for research. Wow, someone's staying at the cornucopia. Cloyster runs away from the cornucopia. Jigglypuff and Krabby fight for a bag. Krabby strangles Jigglypuff with the straps and runs. No, Jigglypuff! That poor Jigglypuff. Starmie scares Seadra away from the cornucopia. Charmander runs away from the cornucopia. Lapras runs away from the cornucopia. There's too many running away from the cornucopia. Stop it. It's too many words. Cornucopia is a hard word. Hypno scares Nidoran away from the cornucopia. Hitmonchan finds a bag full of explosive. Dodrio runs into the cornucopia and hides. Well, Tentacruel and Dodrio might team up. Ghastly runs away from the cornucopia. Magmar finds a bag full of explosives. Zapdos runs away from the cornucopia. Porygon accidentally steps on a landmine. Wow. Way to go, Porygon. I know it sounded like I said Polygon. I swear it sounded like it. But I said Porygon. Electrode runs away from the cornucopia. Spearow runs away from the cornucopia. Squirtle runs away from the cornucopia. Dragonite takes a handful of throwing knives. Machoke takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Charizard scares a Victory Bell away from the cornucopia. Meowth runs away from the cornucopia. Tentacool scares Kingler away from the cornucopia. Rhyhorn runs away from the cornucopia. And finally, Horsey runs away from the cornucopia. So many people running from the cornucopia. Day 1 Zapdos has already injured herself. I almost said himself. It's herself. Shellder, Mankey, and Arbok hunt for other tributes. Meowth, Dodrio, Electrode, and Parasect hunt for other tributes. Sandslash. There's too many cornucopias. It's making me having trouble reading. Sandslash discovers a river. Rhyhorn discovers a river. Are Sandslash and Rhyhorn going to team up? Starmie searches for firewood. Just don't go to the river. Everyone's there. Nidoran goes hunting. Machoke picks flowers. I could see that from Machoke, actually. I think there's... maybe? I don't know. Psyduck is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Well, it is Psyduck after all. Charmander tries to sleep through the entire day. He misses Ash. I've been playing too much Overwatch. I was confused for a second. Tentacool searches for a water source. Well, did you find Nidoran and, somebody else? I know. I have such a short memory. They know where the water is. Right? No, Nidoran's searching. I don't know. People are over there. You go search for them. Oh, Cloyster is by the river too. Look at that, Tentacool. You should just follow Cloyster. Omastar picks flowers. Or Omastar and... I should just stop trying to remember things. Machoke? Machoke? It's Machop. Machamp. Machoke? Is it Machamp? It's probably Machamp. It's one of those evolved forms. I know, I'm so bad. Magmar travels to higher ground. Krabby stalks Gloom. Look out, Krabby's a strangler. Run. Vaporeon hunts for other tributes. Spearow begs for Poliwhirl to kill him. She refuses, keeping Spearow alive. Horsey tries to sleep through the entire day. Dragonite injures himself. Aw, Dragonite, don't hurt yourself. Kingler sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. It might be Krabby. I would stay away from Krabby. Nidoking goes hunting. Victreebel receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Excuse me. That sleep, man. Hitmonchan receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Kadabra, Eevee, Pinsir, and Seadra raid Ghastly's camp while she is hunting. Well, we know Eevee's alive, so I'm happy. Do it, Eevee. Cubone discovers a river. Marowak runs away from Hypno. God, I can't read today. Squirtle receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Lapras receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Charizard collects fruit from a tree. Tentacruel injures himself. Raticate explores the arena and Seaking constructs a shack. Did some people die? Because there's a lot. There's only 4. Day 1 has not been very successful. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Aerodactyl, District 1. Moltres, District 10. Jigglypuff, District 11. And Porygon, District 4. Night 1. Psyduck sets up camp for the night. You know how to do that? It's fascinating. Hypno lets Gloom into his shelter. Gloom stinky. Actually, no, it's not viable. No, Gloom should be stinky too. Dragonite climbs a tree to rest. Well, you could have flown. So, there is that. Zapdos and Mankey tell stories about themselves to each other. Starmie begs for Seadra to kill her. He refuses, keeping Starmie alive. Aww. Vaporeon and Electrode sleep in shifts. Be careful being around Electrode. There might be an explosion involved. Charizard receives clean water, from an unknown sponsor. Lapras's trap kills Nidoking. Well, Lapras, you get 'em. Nidoran and Machoke sleep in shifts. Shelter lets Eevee into her shelter. I'm gonna be nervous every time I see Eevee until she either wins or dies. Or he. I don't know if it's she or he on this one. I hope they survive though. My only favorite Pokemon. Squirtle thinks about winning. Magmar starts a fire. Kingler begs for Rhyhorn to kill him. She refuses, keeping Kingler alive. Wow, everyone's super nice in this one. So far, everyone, well, I mean, the ones that are begging to die get to live. Rhyhorn is by the water. The river from the last one. See, I remember when I see the face, but I don't remember the name. Sandslash receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Hitmonchan. Wow. Seaking, Cloyster, and Ghastly tell each other ghost stories to light the mood. Well, Ghastly is perfect for that, so you're good. Too bad Haunter isn't here to help. Arbok stays awake all night. He stays away, you know. Homostar and Marowak hold hands. Well, aren't you? You gave Marowak flowers, didn't you? Krabby looks at the night sky. Tentacruel, Victreebel, and Horsey discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Cubone begs for Meowth to kill him. She refuses, keeping Cubone alive. Dang it! I should have paid attention to that one and made Meowth a boy, because Meowth's a boy in the anime. Meow. Pinsir loses sight of where he is. Spearow stays awake all night. Charmander loses sight of where she is. My favorite starter. Poliwhirl and Kadabra hold hands. Raticate loses sight of where he is. Tentacool convinces Dodrio to snuggle with him. What an odd pairing. Parasect receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Day 2. Tentacool and Pinsir split up to search for resources. Nidoran, Zapdos, Machoke, and Dragonite hunt for other tributes. Psyduck scares Parasect off. Sandslash chooses Kadabra. Victreebel thinks about home. Spearow constructs a shack. Electrode, Rhyhorn, Vaporeon, Cloyster, and Squirtle hunt for other tributes. Mankey and Krabby hunt for other tributes. Well, you're kind of the odd man out there, guys. There's some with 4 or 5 people in the group. Got a little slow there. Horsey receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Almost Star receives preferred. Percentage preferred. It's not boring. I'm just yawning. I'm not hungry. I'm not bored. And as I say that, it sounds like I'm bored. I'm not. Shelter fishes. Stormy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Gloom searches for a water source. Sea King, Arbok, Marowak, and Seadra hunt for other tributes. Everyone's hunting for other tributes. Oh, okay. Never mind. Poliwhirl receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Is it a Electrode? Is that what it is? Hypno tracks down and kills Cubone. Kingler travels to higher ground. Charmander tends to Magmar's wounds. Ghastly receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ghastly's already dead. Dodrio sets an explosive off, killing Tentacruel. Oh my god. Dodrio killed Tentacruel's parent. Just saying. They were cuddling. Tentacruel wouldn't let Tentacruel be with Dodrio. So Dodrio said, hell to that, and exploded their parent. Cruelty at its finest. Charizard tries to spear fish with a trident. Hitmonchan unknowingly eats toxic berries. Wow, Hitmonchan, way to go. Eevee just talks Lapras, so they're both okay. It's fine. Eevee and Lapras are still alive. We're good. Meowth camouflages herself in the bushes. You are a coward, Meowth. I'm gonna pretend you're Meowth from the anime, just even if you're not male. And then, of course, Raticate also camouflages himself in the bushes. Are they hiding together? 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Nidoking, District 12, Cubone, District 5, Tentacruel, District 7, and Hitmonchan, District 11. These 48 ones always take longer. I'm excited to see who wins. This is getting... We're getting slowly. I think they're going to do an event soon. They have to, and everyone's gonna die, because everyone always dies in the freaking events. Night 2, Victory Bells tries to sing herself to sleep. Cloyster is awoken by nightmares. Psyduck and Mankey run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Aw, well, you know, just don't look him directly in the eyes. You'll be fine, Psyduck. Omastar destroys Meowth's supplies while she is asleep. Good, Meowth deserves it. Shelter attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Machoke, Gloom, and Dodrio tearfully sing songs together. Where's Tentacruel? You're just gonna forget all about Tentacruel after you killed their parent? Wow. Dodrio. How dare you. Squirtle, Tentacruel, and Marowak sleep in shifts. Oh, thank God. Eevee taints Poliwhirl's food, killing her. Poliwhirl! I'm sorry for those who love Poliwhirl, but Eevee's alive still. We're good. Rhyhorn lets Dragonite into her shelter. Horsey and Vaporeon talk about the tribute still alive. There's quite a few, so you got lots to talk about. Starmie cries herself to sleep. Sandslash sees a fire but stays hidden. I would too. There's lots of crazy stuff happening. Charmander strangles Ghastly after engaging in a fistfight. Wow. Way to go, Charmander. Survival. Raticate lets Spearow into his shelter. Pinsir bashes Electro's head in with a mace. I would run, Pinsir. They tend to explode after they're almost gonna die. So, run, Pinsir, run. Charizard is awoken by nightmares. Nidoran destroys Magmar's supplies while he is asleep. Arbok forces Parasect to kill Kingler or Seaking. She refuses to kill, so Arbok kills her instead. Oh, Parasect is dead. Okay. There's a lot of names and a lot of things happening in that little tiny scenario. Whew. I mean, yeah, only Parasect died, so it's good. Hypno tries to treat his infection. Krabby goes to sleep. Seadra poisons Lapras' drink but mistakes it for his own and dies. Oh, thank God Lapras didn't die. I was like, yeah, Lapras. And then I was like, it's like a whole new thing. It's to keep you on your seat. It's like, oh, they're going to die. No, the other one's going to die. Oh, my God. Kadabra tends to Zapdos' wounds. All right. Day 3 has arrived. Alright. Pinsir shoots an arrow at Raticate but misses and kills Spearow instead. Well, Raticate is just hanging in there, man. Rhyhorn chases Charmander. Kingler and Meowth hunt for other tributes. Machoke receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sandslash sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Always a good plan. Walk the opposite direction. Hypno tries to sleep through the entire day. Seaking tries to spear fish with a trident. Well, Seaking, you are a fish. So just go after them. Oh, sorry if you heard that. I'm hungry. I was gonna record this and then go eat, so Kadabra scares Zapdos off. Lapras practices her archery. Dragonite explores the arena. Eevee and Krabby hunt for other tributes. Eevee, be careful around that Krabby. He's a wily one. Cloyster makes a wooden spear. Magmar defeats Omastar in fight but spares his life. Vaporeon stalks Marowak. Tentacool attacks Arbok, but she manages to escape. Gloom attacks Mankey, but she manages to escape. Charizard constructs a shack. Starmie searches for a water source. Horsey travels to higher ground. Dodrio, Psyduck, Victreebel, and Nidoran hunt for their tributes. Dodrio, take responsibility for your actions, my dude. Squirtle camouflages herself in the bushes. Shelter receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. I don't know why that didn't work, because I used the same picture. Whatever, I apologize for the mispicture. Poliwhirl, District 8, Fallen Tributes, sorry. Ghastly, District 5, Electro, District 1, Parasect, District 7, Seadra, District 6, and Spearow, District 12. Night 3, Sandslash and Starmie fight Mankey and Pinsir. Mankey and Pinsir survive, so Starmie and Sandslash are dead. I kind of like Starmie, so I'm kind of sad. Out of the 4, I would hope Starmie would live. That's just out of those 4, though, not the whole group. Omastar receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Victreebel is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. You're a plant, so you don't even like fire. Marowak sees a fire but stays hidden. Charizard attacks Squirrel, but Hypno protects her, killing Charizard. Charizard died. Dang. Well, at least Squirrel's still alive. He's pretty cool. Seaking tries to treat her infection. Shelter and Kadabra hold hands. Magmar screams for help. Not a good plan. Dodrio sets up camp for the night. Where's Tentacool? You could be with Tentacool. Rude. Horsey receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Cloyster attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Machoke shoots a poisonous blow dart into Tentacool's neck, slowly killing him. Dodrio! You should have been there to protect your man. And you weren't. Shame on you. You should be ashamed. Ashamed. The romance is over now. Psyduck and Nidoran talk about the tributes still alive. Charmander stays awake all night. Gloom starts a fire. Vaporeon dies trying to escape the arena. No, Vaporeon, one of the ones I actually love. Kingler sets Meowth on fire with them. Oh my god. You know, I didn't read ahead for once, and I was not expecting that scenario. That one took me by surprise. Lapras sees the fire but stays hidden. Arbok and Zapdos sleep in shifts. Krabby and Rhyhorn hold hands. Run, Rhyhorn. No. Krabby be evil. Raticate defeats Eevee in a fight but spares his life. Oh my god. Eevee almost died. No. Dragonite receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Day 4. Omastar sets Zapdos on fire with a Molotov. Although Zapdos is gone, Omastar is hanging in there strong. Raticate camouflages himself in the bushes. You did that already, so I guess that's your strat. Nidoran steals from Kadabra while she isn't looking. Victreebel bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Man, that's one way to go. Mankey travels to higher ground. Rhyhorn fishes. Hypno receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Seaking fishes. Shelter and Squirtle hunt for other tributes. Psyduck discovers a cave. Gloom receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. He's just been raided, guys. He's still alive. Cloyster, Dodrio, Pinsir, and Marowak raid Eevee's camp while he is hunting. Thank God. He's still alive. It's okay. Magmar convinces Charmander to not kill him, only to kill her instead. So I think Charmander just killed Magmar. Brutal. Brutal Charmander. Arbok receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Dragonite receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Krabby discovers a river. Horsey makes a wooden spear. Kingler thinks about home. Lapras searches for a water source. Lapras, you're a water type. You should be able to find it fairly easy. In fact, you should be in water. Just throwing that out there. Machoke sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Fallen tributes, 9! Cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sandslash, District 6. Starmie, District 3. Charizard, District 4. Tentacool, District 3. Such a tragic end to such a messed up romance. Vaporeon, District 8. Just sad. Meowth. I'm kind of sad Meowth died, to be honest. I kind of was rooting for her, but oh well, Meowth's gone. Zapdos, District 5. Victor Bell, District 3. Oh, Charmander did die! That one always confuses me. It makes me sad when I find out I was wrong. And then I want to be like, why? Why would you do this to me, game? I just don't like it. Night 4. Kadabra tries to sing herself to sleep. Gloom, Arbok, Psyduck, and Kingler sleep in shifts. Shelter screams for help. Raticate stays awake all night. Mankey and Omastar sleep in shifts. Pinsir is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Rhyhorn lets Nidoran into her shelter. Marowak and Hypno huddle for warmth. Horsey thinks about winning. Dragonite tries to treat his infection. Magmar tends to Dodrio's wounds. Magmar? I would not even bother. Dodrio is not worth it. They'll betray you the second they get a chance. Isn't Magmar the one that killed Tentacle? I don't know. I know. I'm so bad. I'm stupid. I see Krabby with Eevee down here, and that makes me nervous. Lapras tends to Majoke's wounds. Eevee and Krabby hold hands. Okay, they're just holding hands, guys. They're okay. Eevee just has a strategy. He's gonna stay alive by befriending the ruthless of them all. Well, either that or Dodrio. And I personally think Krabby would be the one to go for. Squirtle begs for Cloyster to kill her. He refuses, keeping Squirtle alive. Okay. Seaking tries to sing herself to sleep. Day 5. Cloyster poisons Marowak's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Yes, Marowak's still alive. These two? Marowak. All the way. My choice. Omastar overhears Pinsir and Kadabra talking in the distance. Psyduck searches for firewood. Kingler picks flowers. Maker receives medical supplies from unknown sponsor. Look at that amount. Someone's dying in this group. There's no way they're hunting for the tributes. Magmar travels to higher ground. I predict 1 or 2 of these are dying, or maybe even 3. I hope Dragonite survives. That is my money. Who do you think is gonna survive? Don't read it. Don't pause it. Don't read it. Rhyhorn, Arbok, Dragonite, Squirrel, and Raticate track down and kill Seaking. 5 of them to kill Seaking? Holy cow, guys. You only need like 2 or 3. Jesus. Sheldar explores the arena. Krabby, Gloom, Dodrio, and Machoke raid Eevee's camp while he is hunting. What do people see? Dodrio. Krabby is working with Dodrio? Come on! Krabby, how could you? We had such high hopes for you. Why would you do this to Eevee? Nidoran chases Horsey. Hypno hunts for other tributes. Lapras discovers a river. Ah! Lapras found water! She's been searching and searching for that water, and she found it. Congratulations, Lapras. Only 2 people have died. Wow. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cloyster and Seaking. District 6 and District 10. Night 5. Nidoran destroys Machoke's supplies while she is asleep. Well, rude. Dragonite cries himself to sleep. It was probably because you guys teamed up and freaking killed that poor freaking Seaking. Krabby sees a fire but stays hidden. Yeah, you stay hidden. You betrayed Eevee. How dare you? Kadabra, Psyduck, Eevee, Hypno, and Pinsir sleep in shifts. I hope this works out better for you, Eevee. None of you betray him. Pack my friends with Psyduck. Psyduck's friendly. Mankey, Raticate, and Horsey get into a fight. Mankey triumphantly kills them both. Aww. Horsey would have been my choice out of those 3. Magmar, Marowak, and Squirtle get into a fight. Magmar triumphantly kills them both. Magmar is coming in as a brutal. I like Marowak and I like Squirtle, so I don't know which one to decide for those, but Magmar should not have won. Rhyhorn sees a fire but stays hidden. Dodrio receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Why? Why would he be liked? He's the worst. So rude. Betrays everyone who loves him. I would not love him. Arbok defeats Shelter in a fight but spares her life. And Gloom fends Omastar, Kingler, and Lapras away from his fire. Good luck, Gloom. I wish you luck. Although Lapras, you should have just stayed in the river, my friend. It would have been a better place for you. Day 6. Machoke collects fruit from a tree. I mean, capable. She is capable. Magmar, Shelter, Krabby, and Hypno hunt for other tributes. Kadabra decapitates Nidoran with a sword. Ouch. Omastar receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Dragonite receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Arbok fishes. Rhyhorn, Lapras, Psyduck, Mankey, and Eevee hunt for other tributes, so 3 of the ones I'm rooting for are in this group. What is Dodrio doing? You're receiving a hatchet from an unknown sponsor? People still like you? Oh my god. Gloop dies from hypothermia. It's because he had to fend off them from the fire. They all killed him. Because he got too cold. Kingler camouflages himself in the bushes. Pinsir practices his archery. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Alright, 6 people died this time. We're moving along. Raticate, District 3. Horsey, District 2. Marowak, District 2. They're in the same district. That's why I was confused. Squirrel, District 9. Nidoran, District 9. And Gloom, District 1. What a way to go. Night number 6. Let's see what craziness happens tonight. I'm surprised we haven't had an arena event. We're on day 6. You know, with the smaller ones, the arena happens like that. It's probably because there's more. But, you know, it should be different. Shellder, Kadabra, and Pinsir sleep in shift. Lapras loses sight of where she is. I told her she should stay in the river, but she refused. Machoke questions her sanity. Hypno receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Psyduck, Arbok, Rhyhorn, and Dragonite tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Thank God. Huh. Eevee is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. We're not warm, but we're still alive. Kingler screams for help. Krabby takes almost starts food killing. I see. Krabby is just waiting. He had just been waiting for that time. Got him. Yep. We all knew it, folks. Krabby's evil. Look out. Mankey tends to Dodrio's wounds. Don't do it, Mankey. Dodrio will betray you. Magmar loses sight of where he is. Thank God they're lost. Won't kill anyone else. Day 7. Mankey, Arbok, and Magmar hunt for other tributes. I mean, if you're gonna do it, go with Magmar. Machoke goes hunting. Lapras and Krabby hunt for other tributes. Run, Lapras. Run. It's just a run. Rhyhorn, Dodrio, Dragonite, Kingler, and Kadabra hunt for other tributes. Shellder camouflages herself in the bushes. Hypno tries to spear fish with a trident. Pinsir just scares Eevee off. Eevee is still alive. Psyduck dies from hunger. No! Oh, I love Psyduck. Poor Psyduck. It's not one of my favorite Pokemon, but one of my favorite characters from the anime. Following tributes. Omastar, District 10. Psyduck, District 8. We're on day 7. Jeez. Oh! Night 7. Machoke kills Lapras with a sickle. No! Lapras is one of my faves. Sad that they died. Dragonite sees a fire but stays in. I was gonna say, hope it's not because you're not starting a fire. Pinsir climbs a tree to rest. My favorite one just died. Shellder sets an explosive off, killing Kingler, Eevee, and Dodrio and Kadabra. At least Dodrio's dead. But Eevee died. No! All my favorites have been killed! It's because I'm complaining about it being too long. Die faster. Arbok thinks about home. Rhyhorn receives a hatchet from a unknown sponsor. Hypno loses sight of where he is. Mankey receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Krabby dies from thirst. All of the ones that have... Oh, except for Magmar. Our newest big bad. Krabby finally dies, but it's from thirst? What a way to die. Magmar cries himself to sleep. Magmar's still in there, guys. Oh, look out. Oh no, it's the feast. How many people are gonna go in? There's some angry people in this grouping. Machoke decides not to go to the feast. Good plan. Shellder, Pinsir, Dragonite, Rhyhorn, and Arbok track down and kill Magmar. They're all pissed at Magmar. They're like, how dare you be this big of a jerk? Now you're dead. So. Hypno stabs Mankey while her back is turned. We do not have that many. I felt like we had so many, and now we don't have that many. I'm sad Mankey died. I'd rather be Hypno than die instead. But whatever. At least they killed the bad one. Day 8. Arbok collects fruit from a tree. Shellder falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Wow, Shellder. I'm actually legitimately shocked that Shellder has died. From that, of all things. Hypno, Pinsir, Rhyhorn, Dragonite, and Machoke hunt for other tributes. Okay. 9 people died in the last day. 9 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Lapras, District 9. Kingler, District 12. Eevee, District 7. Dodrio, District 9. Kadabra, District 6. Krabby, District 11. Magmar, District 5. Mankey, District 1. And Shellder, District 2. We're on night 8, folks. We don't have too many. I mean, you can even see. Oh, I just pointed something out. Machoke, Dragonite, Pinsir, and Rhyhorn tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood, Arbok loses sight of where she is, and Hypno unknowingly eats toxic berries. I mean, it's kind of sad, but true that Arbok is alone because of Team Rocket. Day 9. Dragonite and Machoke fight Arbok and Rhyhorn. Arbok and Rhyhorn survive. That makes me very sad. I'd rather these two survive. These two are more of the ones that I want. Now I don't want... Well, I vote for Rhyhorn at this point. Top 3. Rhyhorn is my money. Is on Rhyhorn. It's the fake money. Just saying. I don't gamble. Often. At all. Same as drinking. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Hypno, District 10. Dragonite, District 4. And Machoke, District 2. Night 9. Pinsir cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Arbok is unable to convince Rhyhorn to not kill her. I got it in the top 3 at least. Even me not have won, but I guessed out of the 3 who's gonna win. Rhyhorn from District 12 is the winner. So let's see who killed the most. There are 3, 4 people, 5. Jeez, there's a lot of that killed 5. Holy cow. I know that lighting is bad. It's my best I got for lighting right now. I don't see too many. These guys all didn't kill people. Aerodactyl was the first one to die. One of the freaking agents. Let's see here. Charmander had 1 kill. Raticate had 1. Squirtle did too. So did Omastar. So Psyduck didn't kill anyone. Innocent. Poor Psyduck. Lapras and Eevee killed people. Yeah, it looks like Mankey, Shellder, Pinsir, Arbok, and Rhyhorn were the jerks. Krabby only killed 2 people. But I was suspicious. And Dodrio only killed 1, which was Tentacles. Parrot. Wow. So rude. Anyway, so Rhyhorn won. Rhyhorn is the winner. So they will not be in any of the other ones. I probably will put it at least in the element one, depending on where it is. Because if it's not, that's not the right notebook. That's the right notebook. If it's not in the final, like if I have it in a thing. Oh, we have fun. A couple. So basically, Rhyhorn's not going to be in the next 2 generation ones. And then once we get to the finale, if it's in a element one, I'll leave it. But if it's not, then no. I'm writing it out. And as I said before, if anyone has any ideas for Hunger Games, I'll put it in my Twitter, as well as you can just write it in the comments. I will be more than happy to do Hunger Games. I love these. These are my favorite. They're the most work out of all the ones I do. It takes a long time to set them up and only a few minutes to do. I mean, this one's like 30 odd minutes. It's mainly because it's 48. It does take longer to record those ones besides the ones that are like the traditional 12 districts with just 2 in each district, so 24. But that being said, when I have bigger cast members, I do the 48 so that I can maximize how many I use in each one and give them second chances. So like I said, the top like 10, I'll write down the top 10 from this one. So I remember excluding Rhyhorn, so it'll go from Arbok to 3, 7 to Kadabra. They will be in another one of the Gen 1's ones. Probably towards the end. I'll go down the list as I add more to it. So that way they have another chance. So Krabby will return. Look out for Krabby, guys. But if you've made it this far, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe if you want more Hunger Games, or even comment just what you want or share it if you think someone would enjoy this. But I'm gonna let you go because it's been 40 minutes on my recording. It's probably been a little less for you guys because I have to cut some stuff, but you know. As always, I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!